relationships. It's this feeling of peace that comes after chaos. Maybe some of you had some arguments, some really nasty one. Maybe some of you even had to cut out some people in your life that did not understand whatever it is that you've been experiencing. Some people even weren't able to pour into your cup as well. You're looking for people that fill your cup equally. Or maybe you were a person that was giving a lot to other people because it's part of your character, or you just love to give to other people, but sometimes we overgive. And the question is, do you really did that with your relationships? Did you really showed up authentically, or did you overgive? Because she looks like she's kind of sad to me. You need to find the balance between people pleasing and doing what is expected of you. Stop doing that. Stop doing what is expected of you and just walk your own path, because you have the energy, the power in your hands to create the version of you that you always dreamed of. So some of you might even be at a breaking point in which you start to realize what you deserve, what you don't deserve. And what it truly means to love yourself. Loving yourself sometimes means walking away from people and stop dealing with their bullshit. Stop dealing with gossip, with people trying to interfere in your life path, but it's really on you, on where you want to go in this life. Because now it's also the time to follow what you are passionate about, what you truly want to experience in this lifetime. And you have to be solid in what it is that you want. You have to sit down maybe script about it, write about it, make time for it in a day to get clear on what works and what didn't work. So you have a vision for the future, because you have the potential and the creativity, the energy to become the person that you always dreamed of. You've gained already some experiences. Some might have been good, some might have been bad, but you'll always go through these phoenix moments in which you are reborn after you've encountered the tower moment, and you can finally stop breathing again. So the question is, do you really love yourself? Yes. If you start taking proper action, not to say that you don't love yourself already, but you can always improve, especially in this day and age where we have social media, we have Instagram, where everything is picture perfect, but this is not the reality. And most people just claim to be authentic, even though behind those picture perfect pictures there's a very fragile self, very not weak personality, but a person that is not truly rooted in themselves. And not to say that everyone is like that, but it's just an example, of course. So maybe that is also a question. Do you mostly scroll on your phone wishing to be that person that you follow? And are you really taking those steps towards that life from which you are dreaming of, but you hold yourself back? And that's why you have to sit down and get clear on what it is that you want. And some of you already are at a breaking point or already know what they are, how much they love themselves. And what is also worth mentioning, as I was shuffling your cards, the cards almost spilled over. So that might even be a message for someone in itself, because we obviously have some cups energy in here as well, the Knight of Cups and the Cups of the Temperance. So maybe the emotions also need to be balanced. Your feminine and your masculine aspects of yourself that leads you to inner fulfillment, to inner union, to more peace. So you can be more authentic, you can be more assertive, you can be more vulnerable, depending on what is quote unquote lacking in your life. Maybe some of you need to research into the divine and the masculine aspect of things, divine and feminine and divine masculine energies. Because if these two energies are balanced, you automatically come into a state of peace, of harmony, and that is the basis for manifestation for anything. This is a reading about self-love, so take that however it resonates. You've got the potential to become that person, to fully and deeply love yourself, and to step into your authentic power. The only thing you have to be mindful of is that your mind might tell you other things, that you're less than, that you're not good enough for this path, for whatever you're trying to create, and what you think is love, what is self-love, what it means to you to deeply love yourself and being authentic. Because we all have a different perspective on how authenticity should be and how we view ourselves as being authentic, even though sometimes other people can pick up on our energy, that we're kind of living a lie, trying to, or are wearing a mask, the social mask, to fit in so we don't stand out, so everyone likes us. But authenticity comes from having the courage to say no and to draw a line with certain people or just some mental patterns that you have that might hold you back from truly deeply loving yourself. Do I have one more message for the collective spirit? I don't know how to pronounce him, but enemies will not be able to bring you harm. They will find themselves destroyed by the fire of Horus. I'm sorry if I butchered it, but yeah, it's another message. We can put it here. The enemies could be your shadow self, that is not able to destroy you. It feels like it is crushing you. It is telling you all those awful things about yourself, that you're not lovable, that you're not worthy, that you will never be able to live that life that you truly want to live. But they can truly hurt you. The only one that is hurting you is actually you doing that to yourself, because you have the power in your hands to use that bad energy and transmute it into something more beautiful. Like affirmations about I am beautiful, I am worthy, I'm okay with living the life that I want to live, or whatever it is. And yeah, the worst is behind you, because you are now in the stage of being reborn. You're freeing yourself from those old shackles that tied you to this unworthiness belief system. And you have the energy, the passion, the drive to step into this new version of yourself, to advance it, to even go deeper in self love. Because the sun will rise again, even if you're in a period right now where everything feels like it's not as good as it could be, or you're exhausted and just drained from all the emotional work you might have been doing. Everything you can do is continue creating and using the power you always have within yourself, because you're the creator of your own world, of your own belief system. And that is pretty much the message for you. So, see you next time.